I'm trying to paint! Today I'm painting orcs and I'm doing a Death Skulls Boy. First off, I sprayed him with a Chaos Black spray. Paints I'm going to be using are Lothern Blue, Keldor Sky, USHABTI Bone, NULN Oil, Evil Sun's Scarlet, Deathworld Forest, Dornstone, Ironbreaker, White Scar, and ABADDON Black. First up, I'm using my Deathworld Forest. This is the skin color that I'm using for my orcs. Just try and get in between all the muscles, get it nice and even. Don't blodge it on there too thick or anything like that. Then I'm using my Dornstone, and this I'm using for all the fabric areas such as the trousers and his undershirt. It's much easier to just use a light, simple color for all these kinds of areas on an orc. Then I'm going over to my USHABTI Bone, and this is just for all the belt straps and things, and like his teeth and these sorts of areas. Then I'm using my ABADDON Black, and this is just to neaten up the boot lines because his trousers, I'm kind of splotched a little bit. Then I'm using some Ironbreaker for his axe. Try and get nice and even on there. It's a little scruffy, may take a couple of layers. And then I do his gun and like little belt buckles and his steel toe caps on his boots. Then I'm moving on to one of my favorite colors, Keldor Sky. I think it's a beautiful blue because it's a base color. It goes on really neatly, like you don't even need to do more than one layer pretty much with this. I'm also putting it on his face as well as the armor because I want him to have face paint. Now when you're doing this, follow the bone structure, follow his cheekbones, because that way you get more of like just the skull painted blue, and it works for really nice face paint. Then I'm going over to my NULN Oil. Now this I'm using to apply a fine layer over the metal areas and get a little bit between his fingers and other cracks and along the belt buckles and the belt straps, things like that. But don't just put it everywhere. You don't want it on his arms, you don't want it in between those muscles there, and you don't want it just on the gray fabric. In the creases of his legs, yeah, that's fine. Here we're just touching up where we did get the wash in the wrong places, such as on the green of the arms and on the trousers. And now we're neatening up. When you do this, be really careful. You don't want to lose the dark of the wash on his face paint. Just neaten it up a little bit, and then neaten up all the blue armor that's been darkened. Then I'm moving on to my USHABTI Bone, and this I'm cleaning up all those belt strap thingies that he has, as well as his teeth. Give him a nice clean dental look. Then I use a combination of both Deathworld Forest and White Scar. This is roughly a 50-50 mix. A little more green than white can work better, but it's up to you. And then just apply it to the raised muscle areas. Here it looks so pale and light just because it's close to the lamp. If you're looking on the table, it's still green. And as you can see here, it comes out really nicely. Then I'm using Ironbreaker and the side of my brush just to apply a nice lighter silver highlight to the metal areas. Then onto Dornstone, and I'm just highlighting the black of the gloves, as well as moving on to the black of the boots, and trying to get it nice and, you know, presentable. Then onto my Lothern Blue, and this is my highlight for the Keldor Blue areas. I think these colors they're really I don't know the word, they're bright and like they catch your eye, these two blues together, and it's really effective. And as you can see with the face paint here, just following the bone lines, it works. Then I'm using red to dot the eyes, and that is it. This is our Death Skulls Boy. You can see I've added a couple of extra blue squiggles on the armor there. And remember the base, how you do your base. And yeah, click here for more of my orc videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my channel. And yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.